Hello, I'm Jonathan Van Bilsen from photosNtravel, and this is travel news you need to know. With the pandemic still raging around the world, travel is limited at best, and vacation travel is virtually non-existent. There is, however, a light at the end of the tunnel with numerous vaccines being rolled out. Many organizations, institutions, and travel companies are working diligently to get back on track so you can enjoy touring once this is all over. Here are some undertakings happening around the world. If you're thinking about taking Fido on your next trip, you'll have to book him in baggage. As of December 2nd last year, the U.S. Department of Transportation made a ruling that the only service animals be allowed on planes are dogs. They went on to say that emotional support animals are not considered service animals. The definition of a service animal is very clear. It is a dog that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of a person with a disability. It seems there have been numerous unusual emotional support animals taken on planes, such as pigs, peacocks, and ducks. Some of these animals displayed bad behavior during flights, such as aggression and not being housebroken. Some animals have already been banned by individual airlines, including spiders, rats, and goats. Who knew? If Thailand is in your travel plans once we can travel again, you'll need to know that a new Thailand tourist visa was introduced on November 23rd in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. You will need to fill out a visa application form and a health declaration form, both available from Thai consulates. A link for the nearest consulate is visible on your screen. Like many other visas, you will have to send in your passport and 2 passport-size photos, as well as confirmation of accommodation at an approved hotel for at least 15 nights to cover quarantine requirements. You'll also need to show proof of a booked return flight, as well as health insurance coverage, at least $100,000 in medical expenses, plus a bank statement showing a balance of at least $16,000 US. If you are approved, you'll receive a certificate of entry along with a visa, which must be presented when boarding your flight, along with a negative result of a COVID-19 test taken within the previous 72 hours. Low-cost European airline EasyJet will begin limiting access to their overhead luggage bins in February. Only passengers paying for a more expensive ticket will be allowed bin space for their carry-on luggage. Passengers paying only the basic fare must place carry-ons underneath the seats in front of them. Pack lightly, especially if your flight is long. Israel is creating green zones, which are areas that require a negative COVID-19 test result to enter. These are mostly tourist spots around the country, and the first ones were 2 clusters of hotels along the Dead Sea. To enter one of these green zones, a visitor must prove they took a test within the last 48 hours. Alternatively, rapid response tests will be available at entry points. Testing is free for anyone with a hotel reservation. According to reports, anyone who tests positive will receive a full refund of their hotel booking. The Australian island of Tasmania is beautiful at any time, and during COVID times when touring is an issue, you may want to consider a self-drive trip. A website called Lap of Tasmania can help in planning an itinerary as well as booking lodging and rental cars. Travelers can choose a 7, 10, or 14-day trip or a specialized trip such as a foodie tour, a nature trek, or a high-end adventure, etc. Each trip guide includes suggestions for enhancing or extending certain sections. Exodus Travel Tours out of Toronto is now offering dateless departures, which means travelers who reserve a tour with Exodus are guaranteed a spot in the first tour group to go there once that country reopens its borders. These dateless departure customers will also benefit from virtual pre-trip briefings with tour leaders, health experts, and local guides, and they will be joined by a professional photographer on the trip. If you book but are unable to meet the schedule of the first trip, you can reschedule that tour until December 31st, 2022 at no additional cost. If you prefer, you can switch to any other available upcoming tour. Exodus estimates tours will resume about a month after any country's reopening. Want to see stars when you travel? Visitors to Switzerland can now book rooms in any one of the 50+ million stars hotels available throughout the country. Hotels on the list have to meet certain stargazing requirements before they're considered a million stars hotel. The room must offer unimpeded views of the sky, which means being entirely outside, under a glass roof, or surrounded by a clear pod. A stay at a million stars hotel can be booked July through October, depending on the location and type of accommodation. Only a single overnight for up to 2 people can be booked at each location. Breakfast is included, and alternate accommodations are required for rooms that are weather dependent. Visit the website on your screen to book or browse. If stargazing is your thing, but Switzerland isn't, then venture over to Ireland. Budding astronomers will have a chance to view the stars through a 14-inch telescope at the OM Dark Sky Park and Observatory. Opened last October, the telescope has automatic guide and lock-on features so viewers can focus on spectacular astronomical objects. At the observatory, visitors can enjoy interactive exhibits, including virtual reality experiences. Anyone wishing to look through the telescope must book a private group tour, which includes time in the Dark Sky accredited park. A tour must be booked in advance, with a price based on individual requirements. Jamaica recently introduced compulsory health insurance for all foreign visitors called Jamaica Cares. The insurance will cost $40 per person and cover up to $50,000 in medical expenses while you're in Jamaica. Even if you have your own health or travel insurance, you must still pay this premium for the coverage before entering the country. The premium will be charged at the time the traveler fills out a travel authorization form, which is required before anyone can enter Jamaica. Travel authorizations can be filled out by visiting the website on the screen. Officials representing the Six Flags Qiddiya theme park project in Saudi Arabia have announced new details about what is scheduled to become the fastest, longest, and tallest roller coaster in the world. According to ArabNews.com, the Qiddiya Investment Company and Intamin Amusement Rides revealed the Falcon's Flight will be the theme park's signature attraction and is scheduled to debut in 2023 when the facility opens to the public. The record-breaking roller coaster would be 4 kilometers long, feature a vertical cliff dive of 160 meters, and reach top speeds of 250 kilometers an hour. For American theme park enthusiasts, that's an estimated 2.5 miles long, a 525-foot dive, and speeds reaching 155 miles per hour. The ride will last 3 minutes, transport up to 20 passengers at a time, boast electromagnetic propulsion launch systems, and will feature panoramic views of the park. After people posted numerous videos of animals being mistreated near the pyramids in Egypt's Giza archaeological area, the country's tourism ministry announced that it would ban camel, horse, and donkey riding around the complex. Good for the animals, but not for the owners, who probably should have looked into this sooner. And that's it for now. I'll be back next month with another travel news update. Please email me your questions and comments. I'm Jonathan Van Bilsen for photosNtravel, where we bring the world to your doorstep. And always remember, travel safe.